What's up, y'all? I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink. All right, y'all. My music. I love my music. All right, y'all. So you can always listen to my music. You go to Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. That's my Instagram. Michelle, that's with two L's, Michelle. Hope, H-O-P-E, and then Walker Speaks. The word speaks. S-P-E-A-K-S. Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. That's my Instagram. My YouTube is Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Same thing. Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, except the YouTube has numbers at the end. 6547. Michelle Hope Walker Speaks 6547. You are watching Blondie Pink Live. All right, y'all. So this is season 3, episode 3, I believe. Yeah, 3. 3. And so just so excited about my music. Like I said, I've been writing music and doing music ever since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was watching somebody else in the video. I was like, oh, I did that too. You know, where we put this towel on our head and we're, I don't know why. I guess because on TV a lot of times we always see the people with the long hair. Now, also, as a kid, I also had naturally long hair myself, but, again, on TV, a lot of times it's the wigs, and the wig gets even more, elevated, the hair, the big hair, especially like my Diana Ross, the big hair, But anyway, so I have been writing music, singing, rapping, all of my life, and I'm very organic. If a song comes to mind, I would just do it. I'll record it. I haven't even really posted all the songs that I've done. So many songs just come to my mind, and I'm one that I hurry up and try to record it, because those of you who are writers and music artists, and songwriters and stuff, if you don't hurry up and write it out on paper, but a lot of the time for me, because I am also the artist, I'm writing my songs and I'm also the artist, I need to actually record it on video so I can see, so I can hear how the song goes, the flow of the song, because even when you write it down, you still forget, okay, but how was I singing it? How was the, so, that's just what I do. And I'm one that can write songs just like that, especially topical songs. It gets me talking like, oh, yes, we can. So I can do commercials and all that different type of stuff too as well. But so I'm loving my music journey because I'm very organic. I want to open up, for more artists. I love singing about love. I do movement type music. I'm a hook artist, that I love the hook, and a lot of times the hook of the song, the chorus of the song is going all through it. Sometimes the song is chorus. And there's nothing wrong with that. God didn't let me know I could do a song however I want to. No, that's not what they do. But then amazingly, then they'll go and do what you do. Which is something too that I'm talking about. You have to watch people trying to steal your stuff. Now y'all know I post music on because this is me, this is my music, and if you follow me and you're one of my loyal followers, you know music is coming. You can always keep going back and watching the video of the music, or either sometime I just do a wall of it because maybe I'm not dressed the way I want to be dressed or whatever, but I do need to get it out, and then I want to share with it because I don't always post all the songs that I record once they come to my mind, but a lot of them I do, and so I'll just, show maybe the wall, and then I'll do the song, but then I'll put on there, what the song is and different things like that. So you all know it's me. But I noticed that some people also follow me to get ideas for them to copy my music to do their music. That's not right. And yes, I will sue you. What they say, I remember in my Georgia State University where I was in the music management music management program where we talk about music law. Sometimes you let them just get so much with it and then you go back and get your money. But that was my song, and you got my song, and you ran with it. Because see, sometimes those people might be more out in, more people may know them, and so if a lot of people don't know you'll have bigger name people. I don't say bigger name because we're all big names. Y'all know I don't play that little eye, big eye. We all big eyes, okay? But you have people, that's why I say people maybe that more people know, or people who may be connected with a corporate music label, that they may take your stuff or the idea and then make music on it, and then it seemed like that they put it out, but it was actually your song. I think I've told you all about my experience of being with Cat Williams, and Cat Williams telling me to go in the studio. You know, I'm not thinking that because Cat does music too, you know. And I'm just sitting there, just my music now. And next thing you know, I heard Rihanna, My Money. I'm like, that is my song. Because then later I learned about how Cat Williams writes, he's a ghostwriter at times in music. And then I also know, we all know now with everything been coming out, how they lie in the industry. They'll say they never knew the person, they never been around the person, how could I have got their music, you know. But it does let me know to make sure then I do way more take and prove, more videos, more pictures to prove where the studio was, and, you know, because I'm just following Cat. So, you know, he says be here, so I go there. You know what I'm saying? And I think that night, literally, he told me to follow him in my car behind his car. And so I didn't really even know where I was. And I didn't even know, you know, I was very naive. You know, it was my first round go with a well-known, well, no, I can't say that because I've been with a lot of well-known celebrities, not been with them. That's because I'm sleeping away. But, put it like this, I was trusting Cat Williams. Let's say that. I was trusting Cat Williams. I didn't know to not trust Cat Williams. Anyway, so that's just a snippet of what I'm saying. So a bigger name, you can go watch my videos on MichelleHOPEWalkerSpeaks.Listen on my YouTube to learn way more about that experience with Cat Williams. But again, don't get me wrong, because I also got a video where I told him thank you, but that was just why I told him to forgive me for not coming to the court from the jail. But amazingly, I don't know how that video is getting more traction than the video when I talked about my experiences around him. Don't get me wrong. Cat would get yourself and do things, but then there was other things that were very strange, and that's why I say, that's why when Cat talk about the Illuminati, I'd be like, yes, he should know. Oh yes, I'm sure he does know, because he's like Illuminati adjacent. Sometimes inside people know inside things. Anyway, but I love Cat for the things that he did do, you know, and opportunities, you know. But you know, I just feel blessed to have made it out of that relationship alive. When I say relationship, not that I would say we were per se anyway. I don't know, because that went back. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, the key point of that is for this Blondie Pink Life video. It's about the music. Don't let people steal your music. Now, sometimes people steal your music out of your control. But that's why when you are recording music, you constantly have proof. That's why a lot of times when you see me post my video, a lot of times I'm posting the copyright date, the date I did it. So if anybody does, they can be like, oh, well, we didn't know. Oh, yeah, because this was on social media. And the date is right there. Because when you read about copyright, the key thing about copyright, as long as you put it in a tangible form. So once you have put it out on a video, on a record, or however way you put it out, it's out and it has a date stamp to it. You know, that's why even back in the day, say if you write something, you could, old school way, mail it to yourself. You know, certified copy, but don't open it. You know what I'm saying? For your copyrights. And it's sad that people would take other people's music. But again, especially sometimes some of these artists that are signed to these big name, I don't like to say it because everybody's name is popular and everybody's name is valuable. Record labels, everybody's record labels. I'll say corporations, they have these contracts that they have to meet. So that means a lot of times they have to have so many songs. And they are like pulling nails and teeth trying to find a song to make sure that they meet the requirements of their contract, meaning they may steal your song. So you gotta be careful. So please don't steal my music. If you want to do a song with me, I'm like, just reach out to me. The way you can reach out to me is on Instagram. On Instagram, you can just direct message me. Because yes, I do check the people who have direct messaged me, that area where people can direct message you. But then you have to allow them to follow you for them to keep being direct message. So in that first direct message me, just let me know who you are and what you want to do, you know, if you want to do something or whatever the case might be, you know, and then I'll accept you, and then maybe we communicate on Instagram, and then maybe eventually in person. But again, I'm pretty real about safety. So a lot of times, I'm telling you, because I'm around people all the time. I'm out here in Hollywood, so and then I travel Atlanta, New York, you know, so a lot of times I'm talking to people in person, you know what I'm saying, to know who I'm really talking to. So I'm on social media, but a lot of times I still don't always just trust that people say who they are on social media, okay? So other than that, I've been doing American Idol, and that's been fun. When I say doing American Idol, I've been in the audience, because you're always supposed to keep yourself around music. When you're a music artist, you want to try to keep yourself around music, keep yourself around people who are doing music, do music, practice at home all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just keep yourself prepared and ready. When I do my music online, I'm like, Jamaican's girl. That's how I see it. I'm very just organic with this. I don't always feel like that we have to merchandise everything. You know what I'm saying? I love you all, and so is my fans and stuff. So when I'm giving y'all music, it's not about that. Oh, just giving us free music. No, this is my song that I wrote, that I came up with, that I'm performing, and I enjoy it, and I want you to enjoy it. So it's not that everything has to be merchandised. And so yeah, now I'm not saying there'll be times that I'll do things that have to be a ticket cost to, whatever the case might be. So it's like, enjoy me now while you're getting on. No, you always enjoy me, but yeah, I'm just real. I love people. I love music. I think music is very powerful. How some of you listen to some of my songs, and they encouraged you or empowered you, or just fun little dance songs for you to get to dance on. I love it. I love it. And so, again, you're watching Blondie Pink Life, and I am Blondie Pink, rapper, singer, Michelle Hope Walker. And so, so please keep following me. Keep enjoying my music. Like I said, a lot of times my music is on Instagram, and it's also on the YouTube. So Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. YouTube, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks 6547. I'm enjoying American Idol, being able to see them, because you all know I went out for America's Got Talent, and then I went to their tapings and stuff. So hey, be looking out for me when America's Got Talent come back on too, in the audience area. And I was in, if you watched it last Monday, American Idol, you can see me in the audience. And if you go to my Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, I can see myself a lot in the audience, but the picture I posted on Instagram, on my Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, you can see me real good in the background. I got like my hands up, because they always want us to wave our hands, to clap our hands, and different things like that. And so yeah, and shouts out to on-camera audiences who give you a chance to be able to do audience of shows and different things like that. But yeah, just keeping yourself around music, and different things, So I'm just still you all. Again, I do a lot of my music a cappella, and I love doing it like that, because a lot of times for these contests that you have to do, even BET has something coming up with that, you have to do the song a cappella. I'm like, oh shoot, that's right up my alley. I do all my songs a cappella. But you'll see that there are some songs in the past that I did have a producer with that I did. Shouts out to those producers. Or sometimes it's getting instrumental, and if your song relates with that instrumental, or sometimes I can hear a beat, some music, and I can do a song to it. So there's those songs out there too, because again, I've been doing music all my life. I've been doing social media since 2009. Now sometimes my page may switch up or different things, but most definitely with my Michelle Hope Walker Speaks YouTube. Well, first it was Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, and that one then turned to Michelle Walker Speaks 1870. So there's an older one out there. It's Michelle Walker Speaks 1870. But most of my videos, when it's me doing the music more, is on my Michelle Hope Walker Speaks 6547. That's the YouTube. I did also have a YouTube page called, I think, just like Michelle Hope Walker, where you'll see, my Jesus on My Mind song, and what's my other song? Working 9 to 5 with Jesus on my mind, working 9 to 5. Hey, with Jesus, I need to re-record that, hey, and put it on this. I think I will. But anyway, you all, yeah. So I love making music. I love writing music. I love performing music. I love the people. Yeah. So keep following me. You want to do music with me? Contact me. Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. That's 2 L's. Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, my Instagram. Especially if you're right here in LA. Hey, we easily can connect. Right here in LA area, Hollywood area, LA area. Yeah, because I really want to give it a producer, so if and again, someone that's on the real, as a woman, you really have to watch who you get with. You really do. Because I'm not trying to be SA and I'm not trying to be R. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean, producers, that you need to be scared of me. Oh, she's going to, no. Because if you don't SA people and don't R people, you don't need to be scared of me. Because I'm not one that's going to say somebody did it if they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But, I just want an environment where I can push. Even recently, was it maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years, I thought that I connected with someone. He seemed legit. I thought he had like a girlfriend. Or sometimes I like to get with the producers that already have a girlfriend or a wife. But sometimes it doesn't matter. They still try to touch all on you or whatever the case might be. And I'm like, no, this is a bye, So it's hard for us women, when it's time to go in the studio, or just being able to, because if it was up to me, I would love to just hang around the studio and I could just crank out music like that. If I just get with a good person, we just crank out somebody that I felt safe with and that I can trust, that's not going to be trying to put hands on me, ain't trying to SA, ain't trying to do no R's, you know what I'm saying? They believe in me and believe in believe in Blondie Pink, believe in my, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the person a year and a half ago, I was feeling good about it, and you go there and they start with the hands and trying to hug and come over here and sit. This has nothing to do with our studio session. This has nothing to do with us recording music. And I just ghosted that person. I'm like, no. They kept coming like, no. Because if you did this the first time I came to the studio, you just, no. Then he almost seemed like abusive, because when I didn't come over to him, come on, no, and I'm by myself with this person, no. So also, artists, remember, you have to, and that's actually women and men, because we see all the stuff that's going on in the news. It's not just women and men gotta watch who you going in the studio with. And see, for me, I like me and God be rolling. I love me. I don't have no problem rolling with just me. I'm not one that always want to have somebody around me all the time. I just roll, be me. You know what I'm saying? I love me. I love me and God, and we cool. And so, but you have to watch that when you do go to the studio with just you. Because then you have some people at that studio try to take advantage of that and then think that you came there to have S with them. And you're like, no, I actually came to do music. I don't care how good you look. I don't care. It goes back to like what the brat once said. I seen in an interview. She was like, if somebody tried to talk to her while she's in a studio recording music, she would let them know, I don't do that. Let me do my music and stuff first. And later, after I'm not working with you, if we still got that Kindle going, we'll see then. And that's the way to put that, so... But God is good, because God has blessed me with some other producers that I didn't have a chance to. One producer produced one of my songs. If you've seen my song, oh my God, I can't think of the name of my song right now. Oh, I'm Still Standing. But then he took I guess it was his beat, but he took my same beat and they took my idea concept and somebody else did another song. I'm like, so it also got to be someone you can trust with your music, that you're not going to give my idea that I just recorded with you to somebody else who more people might know. It's always, because I do comedy too. So we have to, comedy on Michelle Hope Walker, and music on Blondie Pink. And I've heard other comedians talk about this, how people will steal people's jokes, and because maybe more people know that person, you'll keep doing your joke that you created and people will hear it and think you took it from the other. No, they took that from, I've been doing that. So it's like, I've been doing that song, where my money at? Where my money at? Where my money at? And it actually was about child support. That's what that song first came into my mind about. Was my kids was little, because I have 4 kids, they're grown now, but, and it was very challenging to get child support from the fathers, and at times I'm like, where my money at? Because I'm seeing you do this and that, you haven't brought me no money over for your child. What's going on? Now, I wasn't just based on money, it was also about the caring and your loving for the kid. I was a good baby mama because, I still always kept the kids in contact with their father, thing. So it wasn't that type of baby mother that I was like, no. But if you got some money and you ain't even brought $5 over for your, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm just saying that's where that song came from. Where my money at? Where my money at? Where? And I'm gonna keep doing my Where My Money At song because that's my song. That's my song. Although they gave it to someone that people felt they knew well, that's my song though. That's my song. That was literally stolen from me. And so that's why I say you also, well, I won't say stolen because it's still my song. It's my song. Attorney said, there's any way you can help me get my money from that, so this is my concept. My song. But anyway, that did prompt me to know that, one, you don't go in the studio around people without signing something, doing a split sheet, videotaping who's all in the studio and who's all around as proof. Because, people say, I don't know that person. I've never been around that person. And they even get the people around, no, we don't know. But God's seen and God know. Okay. So anyway, protect your music, protect your music. But anyway, so I love you all, and I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink. So I'm gonna keep putting this music out, and you all that want to work for me, or if I contact you, okay, I want to do music with you. That's what I want to do. Ain't nobody trying to sleep with you. Ain't nobody coming, because you even gotta still watch as a female. Again, respect women in this music industry. Please respect women in this music industry. When we are contacting you about music, that is what it's about. We still got to deal with when you're trying to reach out to people saying, hey, I want to do music with you. They don't hear music. Whatever, they act like you are trying to date them or have sex. No, that is, did you see, you seen I said music in the text or in the email, or if you were, on their social media trying to, if you're in their DMs, look, hey, I want to do music. That's what I want to do with you is music. That's it. So I think some of them are like, oh, she's trying to get me. Ain't nobody trying to get with you. No, don't get me wrong. You might be a nice looking person, a cool person. But if I contact you about that I want to do music with you, that is literally why that's literally what I want to do is music with you. I'm not like trying to cover up doing music with you to try to get with you. No, nada. It's in Spanish. Nada. That means none. Nothing else. Just music. All right, y'all. So I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink, and you've been watching Blondie Pink Live Season 3, Episode 3. I believe it's Episode 3. All right, y'all. So I'm going to keep doing this music, and also I've been putting out my music, so keep following me on YouTube and Instagram, because also I'll pull out one of my songs and replay it on there so that y'all can hear that, Yeah, and if you want me to come perform, again, Instagram me, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks on Instagram. DM me. Yeah. And y'all will screen you, so don't get attitude if I start screaming, because again, I don't trust folks. I don't know who's who, what's what. But if you really want to perform, and that's what it's really about. So, okay, I know I'm saying that, and so you're like, well, maybe that's why the people, when you tell me to do music, but no, that's still what I'm saying, because I'm telling them I want to do music. And I'm real on what I'm saying. So, right, when you DM me, I'm going to take you as real. But if I start seeing signs that you playing around and you ain't real on trying to do music together, I'm like, okay, no, they're not serious. They just trying to, have fun. I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, so you can DM me at Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. DM me on Instagram. Or like I said, if you have Facebook, I guess I need to get back to checking more. My Facebook is Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, /Listen. My X is Hope_Speaks, so you can DM me there. And YouTube, usually you can't leave a comment because I X out my comments. But you can follow me to listen to my music, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks, 6547. So again, to contact me is Instagram. Okay, Instagram, Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. All right, y'all, I'm going to keep being Blondie Pink, gon' be Blondie Pink. Hey, no matter what they think about me. Hey, Blondie Pink, gon' be Blondie Pink. Hey, no matter what they think about me. Hey, I love me. I love me. I love me. Blondie Pink, hey, Blondie Pink, hey. And the date today is May 3rd, 2025. So it's May 3rd, 2025, Saturday. And I'm your girl, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink. And you have just watched Blondie Pink Life.